We are live.
Let's podcast. Let's podcast with our friends. Let's go. Let's fucking podcast.
Hell yeah, brother.
John's wearing a beautiful shade of purple.
That bitch.
Tyler's calling his friends and putting him on speakerphone while he talks shit to him.
He hit me up. I wouldn't have rubbed it in on him, but my dog hit me.
Fuck yeah, let's do podcast time. Let's fucking go.
It's podcast time.
Welcome to Jenkins and Jones, independently owned and operated since 2025. It is Sunday, September 7th, and it is week 1 of football season. We're going to talk some football. We're going to talk about weapons. All 4 of us have seen it. It happens about once every 6 years that all 4 of us have seen something. So we're going to talk about weapons. And we're going to do, and we got Dookie Butt of the Week. And I would tell you right now, my Dookie Butt of the Week is the Los Angeles Clippers. As always, Jenkins and Jones is hosted by Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, Bubbas?
Looking lovely, John.
Thank you, brother.
It's a beautiful shade of
Saying
purple.
you're channeling
Purple,
Michael
man.
Penix. I love it.
You said what?
You're saying you're channeling Michael Penix, which is
Hey, that's my nigga, dog. He cool
the
as fuck in
highest
real
of
life.
compliments,
That's not my
I would
nigga. I
say.
just anyway, yeah, he cool.
I was talking up with him before?
Yeah, I interviewed him on ESPN for a
Oh, that's
boxing
right.
show.
I forgot about that.
He shocked the hell out of me. He knew hella boxing shit. That nigga cool as fuck. I'm in Justin Jefferson.
That
Go
is
ahead,
a
though.
real one. That is a real one.
Justin was cool as hell too.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Surprise.
Yeah, I remember we had to tell you, like, bro, this is like the best young wide receiver of all time.
Like, this is basically Randy Moss.
I'm like, oh, really?
This is like,
He was
this is
really
like
kind.
Jerry Moss that you're sitting next to, right? Yeah.
I think it was cool as hell.
All right, should we talk
Don't
Ravens
skip over it.
Bills?
Sorry, we stepped on your intro. That was my bad on the do-rag compliment, but don't skip over the intro, Mike.
I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike.
You
Motherfucking Mike. Why you don't? What? You just like to
Just a game I like to
he
play.
just likes
cause
to-
trouble.
Yeah, he
Just a
just
game
likes
I like to play. We're
A
produced as
rabble
always
rouser over there.
by the lovely and talented Jackson Saffron.
What up?
What's up?
Jackie Hall Monitor on the intro.
If it wasn't something that the fans, the chat desperately called for, always I wouldn't be such a hall monitor about it.
All right.
Did Atlanta
Ravens.
win?
Huh?
Did Atlanta win? I saw it was a close one.
Nah, they blew a field goal.
Of course.
Of course. Come on,
Of
man.
course. Yeah.
Come on, did Atlanta win? What?
What type of question was that? How
Did the
silly of me.
Falcons win?
How
You
silly of
silly
me.
guy.
Let's
The Falcons win a game they could have won. Come on.
let's start with recording Sunday night. Let's start with that Ravens Bills game that just wrapped up. Tyler, you were just on the phone with your friend who switched from being a Cowboys fan to a Ravens fan. Is this his fault directly?
Hey, I told him, dog. I said, hey, you might be the problem, my nigga. Like I was like, this loss was Cowboys ESL. I was like, I know that you feel right at home right now with this shit, bro. But I don't know, dog. Like I felt when they punted it, I was like, bro, you're gonna give the punt's gonna wind up at the 20. So you're gonna give Josh Allen a minute and a half to get 40 yards. I'm like, I take my chances on trying to get that first, dog. You know what I mean? And then you had the play where they should have let Keon Coleman score and they shoelace tackled him and gave Buffalo time to run out the clock and kick the game-winning field goal. Just a lot of mental mistakes there. But these are two teams. Like there's no reason to push the panic button here if you're a Ravens.
Yeah.
The Ravens still look like a team that's good enough to win it all, but Bills look like a team that's good enough to win it all. This was, the schedule makers knew what they were doing, placing this as the week 1 Sunday night game. This could very well be the AFC Championship. So, it didn't disappoint. It was an incredible game by all accounts, man.
Yeah.
It's just a game one of those games that make you, I left from that game thinking, damn, how happy football season is back. It's one of those games,
Yeah, same. Okay, here's a true story. I was at a baseball tournament this weekend. Vinny's team was in the championship game, like early evening. We're up by 4 runs when the inning ends. There's 4 minutes where they could start before the game's over because it's by time limit. So there's 4 minutes to start a new inning. The opposing team's coaches who were losing in the championship game literally walked out and went, I'm trying to get home for that Bills Ravens game. And we just shook hands and everyone got the fuck out the park, bro.
Big respect, nigga. Priorities.
Big facts. I want to say, I know he had the fumble, but I was just blown away by watching Derrick Henry at his age with his running style do the things he was doing. Someone tweeted, I retweeted him. He looks like a kid who's too big for his Pop Warner team, but he's in the fucking NFL. Like This is what I want to ask y'all. Who's on your all freak show team? They don't have to be the best player of all time, but just that you're looking at. I feel the same way about Shohei. Shohei looks like a birth certificate check, and he's playing with the best baseball players in the world. Derrick Henry, yeah, he's not a quarterback, whatever, but you just look at the guy on an NFL field and you're like, did he come from a different planet? Like, I would buy anything he's on. If he's juicing, I will buy anything he's on. Like, he could make $1 billion off of HGH endorsement tomorrow, bro. I don't know who you got. What athletes have you seen that give you that feeling Derrick Henry had tonight of like, what the fuck is this?
I was like 4 rows back from courtside. Just shout out to Draymond Green for the tickets years ago and we watched Giannis warm up. And that was an insane moment. Being like, I've seen him on TV, and I know I'm well aware of who Giannis is, but seeing him that close, and it was also the first time Cam had ever been to an NBA game. So we were like, oh my God, this is not a person amongst the same species that we are. It's crazy to be close, very close to that guy.
For sure.
Randy Moss is the name that comes to the top of my mind. And Randy Moss was, he wasn't, that motherfucker was a string bean, right? He was 6'4", skinny as hell, but goddamn, he had some fucking jets and a fucking vertical out this world. He's the most physically gifted wide receiver we've ever seen. I think it's safe to say. Cam Newton comes to mind too. I will never forget Cam Newton's first NFL game. His first NFL game, he threw a pick to a linebacker, and the linebacker was running it back, and it was going to be an open field matchup with him and Cam, and he made an NFL linebacker slide.
Yo,
I never saw an NFL linebacker slide to avoid a tackle from a quarterback in my motherfucking life.
Did you gasp when you saw that shit?
Nigga, it
would have clutched my pearls, nigga.
It was like when Joaquin Phoenix saw the alien inside.
Yeah.
Vamos, children. Yeah, I couldn't believe that shit. NFL linebacker slided to avoid a hit from a quarterback, bro.
Like, this motherfucker's gonna fuck my career up.
Right.
Normally they're trying to bury that QE. They're like, oh, free shot to lower the shoulder at the quarterback when you get a pick and he's in your line of vision.
Yeah. I'm seeing Megatron getting a vote in the chat.
Megatron gets mine for me.
Megatron's the second most physically gifted.
John, you got any freak shows?
I mean, any track meet I've ever been to in my life, nigga.
Ooh, yeah.
Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is a good one. That's
Bolt's
like
one.
like when you see him in person, there's muscles on that dude's body that aren't on my body. I could go to the gym and do a specific exercise for 20 years and not develop this specific muscle on the back of that dude's leg. Like, his hamstrings look like biceps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could see his hamstrings moving when he walks.
Like, you can see the striations in muscles you weren't supposed to be. Those muscles are too big to see striations, but you see the striations in his shit.
Bro, and the thing is, so many track pundits say his form is trash, and he's the best track athlete.
Doesn't matter.
His start is horrible.
Starts horrible. Never figured out how to start a race.
How to come out the blocks.
Ever lived.
Trash, nigga. Might as well not even came out of blocks, nigga. He should have just
stood there.
3-point stance.
Up. Olympics is a
they
good
got him in a 5 tech.
Right.
Olympics is a good place for this in general, because I feel like Phelps and Simone Biles are two also sort of like freak show types. That you're not built normally.
Not normal. Yeah.
All right. Someone on here said Mike Tirico's forehead. That's a good one. Let me. I want to throw this out there because I know not everyone listening watched the game. So there's a player there celebrating a touchdown. The Ravens are over by the Bills. I was about to call it the student section, which is kind of what it feels like in Buffalo, actually. But they were by the Bills fans. Someone shoves one of the Ravens players, and then they, not like they were like being aggressive, but just, kind of like hitting him on the head or whatever. And someone did that to Lamar, and he turned and fucking bench pressed that dude like 3 rows back. And fucking Mike Tirico's bitch ass is all, we have to be like respectful of the fans, blah, blah, blah. Man, if you hit a man on the head, I don't give a fuck if he's wearing a helmet. He's allowed to shove you. That's a law of nature. That has nothing to do with the NFL or anything else. That's a law of nature. You hit me in the head, I'm allowed to push you.
Yeah. And the whole thing is, I don't think Lamar's going to get in trouble from the NFL at all about this. The NFL is not a league that is going to penalize him, I don't believe, because the NFL is like we discussed before, NFL is a league that doesn't give a shit about like violence being retaliatory. They don't care about that shit. Like players don't get fined for that shit. I don't think Lamar's gonna get fined for it. If an NBA player ever puts his hands on a dude and on a fan, he's for sure getting fined. But the NFL doesn't have the NBA's problem where they're trying to sell the league to racists, and you know what I'm saying, and try to come down hard and be like, fighting against all the Doug alligators who don't watch the league, complain about. So the NFL doesn't have that problem, and I don't think Lamar's. I will be surprised if Lamar gets penalized by this by the league, for real.
Fuck Tony Tortellini. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, fucking there's that.
Yeah, it was Collinsworth that he was like, no one was in the right. What did Lamar Jackson do that was wrong?
Exactly.
He didn't go up in the stands. He didn't punch the dude. Like,
he just pushed
get the fuck up
like,
off me.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
you know what I'm saying. Let me show you what time it is, nigga. Fuck you, me.
All right. Speaking of personal boundaries in NFL games, I know we had on the Thursday night game, we had a we had a fun one, which is we had Jalen Clark spit on Dak Prescott.
Jalen Carter.
Got it. What's that?
Jalen Carter.
Excuse me, Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott, got ejected. Was upset because Dak Prescott had spat in his general direction, in the general direction of the Eagles huddle. I don't really know, fellas. Like, I grew up in the 90s, so I don't know spitting etiquette. Who's in the wrong? Are you allowed to spit towards a group of people? What's the difference between that and spitting on someone? I don't know.
They were talking shit before Dak spat in the direction of the Eagles. So
yeah,
you could take that as an act of aggression for sure, I think. I mean, people have been pointing out, have y'all seen the Drewski clip where Drewski was like that damn car and how Drewski was spitting at black people that walk past? People were saying Dak pulled one of those.
Spitting at their feet.
Yeah, and giving Dak's history. His old back to blue head ass. Like,
hey. That's very thin blue line coated, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
Dak's explanation was that he spits, and like a lot of football players do, spit hundreds of times a game, which I think is probably true. And he didn't want to. He was behind his linemen. So he didn't want to spit towards his own team, but which is like an okay explanation. But the look on Dak's face from the video, where you can see Dak's face,
he looked like a psycho.
He looks like a psycho. He looks like he's spitting at him. When you see, he's like, yeah. It's kind of that video is not working in Dak Prescott's favor.
I think spitting at or spitting on, like, nigga, that's like as disrespectful as it gets. Whatever reaction happens after spitting makes sense to me. Dead serious. Yeah. Nigga, if a nigga got shot over spitting, I'd understand. If you spit on a nigga again, you got shot, nigga.
That temporary insanity defense, like, it flies for sure if you get spat on.
For sure, nigga. Like, spitting, any reaction after spitting is understandable. If I spit on a nigga and he upped on me, I ain't gonna even say it because I don't put that in the universe. You feel me? But like, I don't spit on niggas though, because I know what time it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, if I saw that and a nigga up, I'm like, of course. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't imagine how many things I would have flipped through in the Rolodex in my head of I want to disrespect someone before I got to spitting. I just it just feels like it's from the 1400s or something. It's like what was the Shakespeare's like I'm biting my thumb at you. It's like I would sooner be like at Dak Prescott than I would spit on him. It's just like a weird, like, it's never entered into my head. I've bit people. I've kicked people in the nuts. I've never in my life thought maybe I should spit on it.
You got a code, nigga. You got a code.
Everyone's got a line somewhere.
Everybody ain't got a code, nigga. Spitting is like as fucked up as it gets to me. For real.
Damn, I didn't know you were so anti-spit.
No, spitting on a nigga is
it's a crazy thing to do, but I don't want
it. No, seriously. Is that Tyler?
If someone spat towards me, I don't know that I would register it as disrespect. I think I would. I could easily see myself finding that funny. To be honest,
I grew up in the South, nigga.
For sure, but that's why I've never seen it. I've never seen someone spit towards someone as a sign of disrespect or something. Yeah. Like I don't know.
I just don't got the experience with it, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
I have seen one. Actually, I should say this, and anyone who's seen Last Chance U will appreciate this. Jason Brown from Last Chance U, who we covered when he was a high school coach in Long Beach, he did spit dip on a ref's shoes. That was disrespectful.
That's wild. Well,
spitting dip,
and that's and no, and crazy. Like in the South, that's what you see the motherfuckers spit dip. Like when they finna get, you know what I mean?
Spitting dip on something.
Have y'all ever seen that clip that went viral a few weeks back? New York City subway. There was a dude who spat on a dude while he was in a subway car. You know, there was a little crack there. And the dude opened that motherfucking door up and beat the shit out of him. And someone ran up and said, hey, and was like trying to stop it. And everyone explained to him, no, he's fatter than him. And dude was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, have y'all ever seen that clip?
No, I haven't seen it. But it makes sense. Like, it's understandable. Like, anything that happens after spitting is earned. Like, you earn that.
I just didn't know it was so many Dilophosaurus running around here, bro. Like, I just
didn't know people were spitting.
Yeah, that's wild.
That was a crazy deep dive.
Dak Prescott, I believe it. I believe Dak Prescott could be a Dilophosaurus. I believe that. He just was angry at him and cut him.
That's what hit the chunky white dude. Yeah, that's what got his ass. Yup. Got him up out of there. He thought shit was smooth. Got his ass though. He thought shit was cute. You know what I mean? He was acting like that motherfucker was like, you know what I mean?
That's the big dig ass dinosaur pull from Mike I've ever heard.
Young Montana Summers over here. You know,
right.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, Vinny. Hi, Vinny. All right. Vinny says hi.
What's up? Tell him we said hi too.
I did. I said he.
Okay.
Vinny. No, they say hi.
Nigga lied to me to my face.
Sorry.
Disrespect. I did. Nigga, what the fuck? I'm a grown ass.
We're live streaming right now.
Right. Nigga.
I spat all over this laptop.
That even made my hair stand up on the back of my head, nigga. You pretending you my nigga. I would never, you know what I'm saying? But it's just naturally. You feel me? That shit wild.
All right. The other game that I know was big to the Jenkins and Jones world, and John even was like watching this and texting with us about the game. It was a beautiful moment. I've seen John this whole time like he better bring up the fucking Commanders game because I actually
I wouldn't.
Football today.
I think I'm gonna watch football this year. My life a little different now. Shit a little smoother. You feel me? Like when Jax came over, I had the Rams game. It was on mute because it was trash. I ain't give a fuck. But like, you know, it's my life a little different. I'm gonna tap in.
Your kids are at the age where it's nice to have football on, and that you can play with them during the commercials. They could take a nap on you during the game. It's a good. It like I said, bro. When Shola turned 1, I said every year will get easier from here on out until they're teenagers.
Like, I was watching the Commanders game with Shola. He was jumping up and down on the motherfucking couch and shit. Come and sit and we chill, watch 4 seconds, and then go fuck some shit up, come back. It was, I just don't, you know, second baby. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it before. We cool now. I don't fight it, baby. Just let it take.
100%. But
clean up when he goes to sleep. You feel me?
That Manders team, Tyler. I told you, Vinny informed me today. That's gonna be our second team because we're rooting for Jaden Daniels. Obviously, we're rooting for Debo as a former Niner who I still fuck with, and Vinny still fucks with, and we're rooting for Austin Eckler, who's been a very generous dude in the Long Beach community. So I'm very happy to get to ride with you in the Manders.
Long Beach, then.
Yeah, you had to love what you saw from the Manders. It looked like they got a legit defense to back them up. Jaden Daniels making all the plays they need. How'd you feel about that first win?
It was a pretty inspiring outing for year 2 because of course, you know, the albatross that is hanging over us is, you know, have the defensive coordinators figured out Jaden? Is he going to have a sophomore slump? Of course, the Giants are probably not a good team to gauge that against, right? But I like what I saw from Jaden in that offense today. I liked how they were clicking. I liked the execution. I liked how they were utilizing Debo. Debo was the leading receiver for Washington this game. I liked how, you know, Scary Terry was stretching the field and Debo was letting Debo work on those one-on-one matchups. There was a stance there where the Giants were inside of the 5-yard line and they had 7 chances to get a touchdown. They went for it on a 4th down and they got and Washington had a dumbass hands to the face penalty, and then they held them for 3 straight downs, and the Giants decided to kick on the 4th, right? 7 chances to punch it in, and you set up for a field goal. I was like, this is new Washington football.
You've never seen that shit in your life.
Oh yeah, because once I saw that dumbass hands to the face penalty, I was like, okay, these motherfuckers getting 7 now. But we held them to 3. We had a dumbass penalty, but we held them to a field goal. That's progress, baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. I really am. Jaden is the motherfucking truth, bro, and I feel like we knew that from last season.
We call that a revelationary competency. What? The fuck?
It seemed like it won't. At that point, they was finna fuck it off too. And I remember texting, I was like, "It's about time for your boy to, put some points on the board." And they went and did that. Like, fuck it. All right, let's go ahead and put this game away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they putting Debo to good use, baby.
Yeah,
the Debo Zone 2 cardio is Debo Zone 2 cardio. Contrary to popular belief, that Zone 2 cardio was looking great.
Wait,
He didn't look like a little fat boy at all, bro. He was fucking.
Yeah, he was
doing his own too now.
Everyone was just calling him fat when he got to Washington.
Oh, okay.
It was like
he was looking a little
chunky,
pre-75 hard.
He's just always been a thick. He's just a thick dude, bro. Like
making fun of me.
No, not you. Not
you making fun of me.
Not you. Not you specifically.
You talking shit.
Go ahead. All right. Any other football stuff we should touch on? Or
I have one. I have one that I would have made my Dookie Bet of the week, but I have a different Dookie Bet of the week. Did you guys watch any of the Chiefs Chargers game on Friday night, or did you see any of the content from the Chiefs Chargers game?
No.
Harrison
Butker, we're familiar with the MAGA field goal kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Call of the season.
Rich Eisen, what a fucking king! These like when they let Rich Eisen on the call, sometimes the broadcast get a little wonky because he's not really a daily play-by-play guy, so they get a little unusual in general. But his call when Butker missed a field goal wide right, and Butker's a MAGA enthusiast, and so Rich Eisen goes, Butker, interestingly, wide right. It was unbelievable.
He said far right. He said far right.
Yeah. Far right. Incredible stuff from Rich Eisen. Shout out to Rich Eisen.
Jackson, you might not know this, but we used to get that type of humor every night on SportsCenter.
Man.
Yeah.
Back in the glory days.
I've heard.
Back when sports fandom felt like a community instead of people trying to make you mad on the internet. You know what I mean? And it was like everyone would come to school with the same Stuart Scott jokes. Like, different.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm old enough for Stuart Scott, but less Rich Eisen was a little bit before that. Yeah.
Like we had Scott Van Pelt doing motherfucking MOP ad libs, doing that fire. Like I was like, bro, this is the coolest motherfucker on TV right now.
Yeah. Bald-headed white man.
Yeah.
How the Chiefs look?
They lost their best receiver on the third play of the game.
What happened?
Xavier Worthy was just running a crossing thing, and it got like kind of the spacing got messed up. So he shoulder to shoulder collided with Travis Kelce, and Xavier Worthy's not a very big receiver, and Travis Kelce
is a big
flattened
man.
him. They immediately ruled him out with the shoulder injury, and they're still evaluating it. Days later, they're still evaluating it.
I think the best thing that could happen for this NFL season though is the Chiefs. It's like the Chiefs losing into the Ravens and Bills playing that game Sunday night. That was a win for the whole season. Because you need to trick yourself into Mahomes isn't going to his 5th straight Super Bowl or whatever. You need to trick yourself into like, and the Ravens and Bills as always look like they could end up in the Super Bowl. So but for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's feeling like the Chiefs are a roster that maybe the Mahomes magic isn't going to work anymore because it feels like the Mahomes magic is dwindling a little bit here too. So it feels like I don't know, dog.
Well,
wait. You think because of the roster, or you think it's Mahomes? Like it's
Mahomes like what he used to be. I'll admit that. But it's Mahomes. I mean, like we've seen him win Super Bowls with subpar rosters, right? So So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not going to count Mahomes out week 1. I'll say that.
We did this last year too.
He's kind of young to be like. You consider him deteriorating, right? Like
no, not deteriorating. I think it's probably just multiple years in a row with the subpar rosters.
Because look,
it's showing a little bit, yeah.
And that's what happens is once you sign that contract that eats up a huge percentage of the salary cap, you can't re-sign everybody that helped you get up there. The offensive line. I genuinely think the agents are never going to push this because they get 15% of the salary. But at some point, someone's got to, you look at it as a quarterback. If I make X percent less, but I'm protected X percent better, you know what I mean? Like there has to be something in there because his line has not been good. And
they did invest in it this offseason for the first time in a while, but still,
and it didn't look like it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, all right, that was football. I'm also glad football is back. Sunday football is just. And then I'll be thinking about the Monday night game all day tomorrow. And the Niners won. It looked like they weren't going to win, but they managed to fucking figure it out. So we're 1-0.
Who's playing tomorrow night?
Bears Vikings.
Bears Vikings. I'm excited for that game.
Caleb Williams, baby.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb's got, man.
Painted nails fight on sign. We're ready to go.
You know it. It's on my swag.
All right. Weapons.
Oh.
Spoilers
Stellar.
for Weapons. If you haven't seen Weapons, we're
Did you want to
talk
save
about
this for the
Weapons.
last topic so people can tap out if they have?
I think that's all. Like I got this and Dookie. Oh, do Dookie Butt and then Weapons.
Yeah,
That's a good call. Unspoilers for Weapons. All right, we'll do. That's a great point by Tyler. We'll do Dookie Butt of the week first, and then we'll do Weapons. I'll go first for Dookie Butt of the week. All right, Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre came out with a great podcast last week about how Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, circumvented the NBA salary cap, which solved a mystery of why Kawhi Leonard went to the Clippers. And it was because Steve Ballmer gave him $50 million under the table to go to the Clippers. And this is what I want to say. It's unfortunate that they defrauded the NBA and went around the salary cap. Obviously, it's a win-at-all-cost league, and I understand them doing what it took to bring them the championships that they won with Kawhi Leonard. And I think the NBA should make them vacate those championships, and they should go back to being a team with no titles.
This nigga's so petty, dog.
It's only
Actually,
it's only fair.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that was. I'll clap it up. That was pretty good.
Who cheats generationally for a Western Conference semifinal appearance? Only the Los Angeles Clippers.
Here's the thing, I don't think any fan looks at Ballmer or the Clippers organization in a lower light because of this. Because I would want an owner who wants to, get your guys paid by any means possible, right? Like that's
Space Jam 2, baby.
Right? Come out those motherfucking pockets, use whatever workarounds, under table shit you got to keep your stars paid, right? But y'all and this is a big reason why we haven't seen a bunch of owners coming out saying, yeah, bring the hammer down on the Clippers for that. You saw Mark Cuban jump to his defense, no, this is right, because I think a whole lot of owners do this, but the game is to not get caught. And they got caught with a motherfucking tree company. A $28 million endorsement deal for a tree. $28 million for a tree company endorsement. And the motherfucking contract had a no-show clause where he could just say, I don't want to do any advertising for this shit. $28 million, no. What are y'all doing?
Bro, you could buy every tree on earth for $28 million.
It's just and the whole thing is that this is just if Ballmer, I'm sure that the players knew. I'm sure that word got around. Ballmer, if you go to Ballmer, if you go to the Clips, if the Clippers want you and it's not enough room in the cap, they'll make it work for you. I'm sure that was probably in the player circle. Now Ballmer can't do that. He's crippled now with that, right? He has to work in the cap now. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest fallout from this, is that he's got to play by the rules now.
So what happened? What was the punishment? Has there been any punishment as of yet?
The NBA has announced that they're investigating it now. Steve Ballmer went on ESPN and got some incredibly softball questions from Ramona Shelburne about it. Pablo, during the interview, dropped more information that refuted what Steve Ballmer was saying on ESPN. He's murdering it right now.
Crazy? You know what's crazy?
Was that we were the first interview he did after he left ESPN?
But he was talking. Remember when he got up? Remember when when he left? We said this nigga is gonna miss journalism.
Yeah,
like this is a capital J journalist ass nigga, and he has gone crazy ever since. He was trying to figure it out, and he figured it the fuck out. Congratulations to that man. You know what I'm saying? One of the few doing the type of work he's doing. Who's doing work like what Pablo's doing right now? You know what I mean?
ESPN employs however many people and do not cumulatively make up 1/10 of the journalistic weight of Pablo Torre finds
and
out.
They talk like they want that type of shit, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was there, never got the space to do it.
Well, that's why ESPN, which is a media partner with the NBA, that's where people go for the friendly interview now. That's where Ballmer went for the friendly interview. I would say this. The other thing just that they put out there was, because there was all this, they're trying to throw sand on the fact that this company was found to be fraudulent, went bankrupt, and was defrauding Steve Ballmer. Pablo said that They found that Kawhi Leonard got $48 million from this tree company, $48 million from a tree company. And I want to ask if you've ever heard money associated with trees ever before in your life. What does a tree cost? Does anyone here know what a tree costs?
Long Beach, they're free, baby.
That's correct.
What was the tree company doing? Like, what was it supposed to have been doing? If
planting trees.
I thought it was a bank. It's a tree company.
Yeah, it was
a tree company.
Like planting trees is trying to save the planet type shit.
Fraudulent tree company is what it is.
So he got paid $48 million by the tree company. In the documents that Pablo has showing what Steve Ballmer's investment into the tree company was, it was $50 million. So he gave them $50 million, said, I need you to give 48 to Kawhi Leonard, and I need you to keep 2 for yourself as a service charge for laundering this money for me. Thank you very much.
KCJ Watson, the first thing I thought was the carbon credit shit, man. You know, like a lot of tree companies will start or like
yes, like that's what it is. It's a carbon offset thing.
Yeah, will sell their credits to like Microsoft or whoever the fuck. It's pretending to save the world shit. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm like bro, I'm sure that any owner who really wants to win is circumventing that cap somehow, some way. Like you know, the whole joke when this shit came out was you know, Pablo needs to investigate that Jalen Brunson team friendly deal next. And he was like, oh, I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh yeah, oh I am. Like, bro, like do y'all remember back when Nike was so desperate to get a player on the Knicks, they were like, if you go there, whatever the Knicks can give you, we will, you know, cover up the difference to make it a max deal for you. Y'all remember when Nike said that?
Yes.
And then David Stern was like, no, the fuck you won't.
Yeah.
Right? And David Stern shut that shit down quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, bro, any owner who really wants to win is circumventing that shit. And that's the biggest takeaway here is that Ballmer just got caught and he won't be able to do that shit probably ever again.
Well, because only the Clippers, I mean, like, you know, look, yeah, it was a running joke with LeBron and Space Jam, right? It was like anyone that was trying to get on the Lakers, you needed some extra cash. Get Anthony Davis in Space Jam too, you know, like, like that was a running joke for years. But like only the Clippers would get caught doing it. And by using a tree carbon offsetting charity, bro, the fuck, like he had a no-show clause for trees.
For endorsing trees. That motherfucker signed a contract that said, I don't have to show up for shit.
Right.
I'm going to sign an endorsement deal with you where I do not have to do shit.
How can he be so messy, dog? Like, eventually you're going to get caught doing something so fucking messy. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about Ballmer?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because he's got $200 billion and there's no punishment that would, what his punishment would be, the worst punishment he could get would be being forced to sell the Clippers at a profit.
Yeah.
You know, like.
So there's no punishment for him. You gonna force me to make money?
That's why I got it. That's why we gotta get the jokes off. That's why we gotta get the jokes off. But it's true. But they did get to hang the banner for the Western Conference Finals appearance, so it was all worth it for sure. Tyler, who's your Dookie Butt of the week?
You know what? I came into this thinking that I was gonna go Young Thug, and I still want to discuss Young Thug, but I can honestly say, after we all know the whole
gospel nigga,
yeah, that motherfucker was still talking like a motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
Like,
somebody tweeted, could anybody else use a phone? Damn, you know what I mean? Like, that nigga had that motherfucker on lock, nigga.
Yeah, I was gonna give him my Dookie Butt of the week, but the new drops that he had talking about Future and Drake, I was like, hey, this motherfucker's standing on something. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, he was hating on Glorilla with his girl Mariah Decide this. And I was like, bro, I ain't riding with that. He was calling her ugly, and I think Glorilla's a very pretty young lady.
I think it's funny when niggas say they ain't nothing though. Something like that ain't nothing. If just that colloquialism for me, just as funny as fuck. I don't agree with them, you know what I mean? But like if somebody ain't wearing a bad fit, that ain't nothing, nigga. You know, I just think it's funny as hell.
Bro, he told her I would never holler at that girl. And Glorilla like, nigga, you get my text asking me what color my eye.
And right. And then somebody just screenshot. Does this nigga know what he look like? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, mind your business, my nigga. You ain't the one.
Yeah, so I was gonna say he was gonna be my Dookie, but then the tapes of him talking about Future and Drake dropped, and he said about Future, he said he needed to be out. He needed to stop chasing all these women and go be a family man and raise his kids. I was like, God damn, that's some stand-up shit for you to say. And then with the Drake shit,
but doesn't Young Thug be out here chasing and refuses to settle down with Mariah the Scientist?
I mean, he don't want to. I think Future's well known to not really be there for his kids though. Like Young Thug is there.
You're talking about that part. Okay.
Yeah. He's telling him he'll prioritize those shorties and stop prioritizing pussy. That's what he's telling.
Oh, for sure. That makes sense. Okay, I thought he meant right? Like sit. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that was some stand up shit there. And then he said about Drake. We all know that Drake and Metro had beef, right? And it was speculation that Drake, was disrespectful to Metro after Metro's mom passed. And we found out, and he and Young Thug has spilled the tea on that. He said basically, Metro's mom was murdered by Metro's stepfather, tragically, right? And he said, like 3 weeks after that, Drake hit him up asking him if he could clear this song that Metro Boomin had called Trance. There's like a version on Metro Boomin's album that he dropped with like Young Thug and Travis Scott, and Drake wanted him to clear a version with him with Drake on it for his Honestly Nevermind album. And he hit, he expressed his condolences, and then 3 weeks later hit him up asking him for that. And Young Thug flat out called that motherfucker Drake stupid for that. And bro, you're dead ass right. And of course, the motherfucking owlets on Twitter are like, 3 weeks is more than enough time to grieve.
Oh my fucking
yes,
God,
of course,
bro.
They're going to stand by that motherfucker regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I just do not understand how you can reach out to anyone 3 weeks after their parent was murdered, asking them for anything. If
period,
if that happened to one of my homies, God forbid, I'm only reaching out to see what I can do for you, bro. I'm only reaching out to see how you are doing, what you need from me. Is there anything you need from me? Anything I can do for you? I'm not asking you to do shit for me, bro. I don't give a fuck. That whole business is business. And then Drake fans were saying, well, he was clearing songs for Young Thug and during that time. Okay, well, Drake, you ain't gang, nigga. You ain't fam. Like rules are different for you. If you see him working for other people, that ain't your place to ask him to work for you during a time like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Young Thug was gonna be my Dookie Butt of the Week, but he said some solid shit this weekend, so he's my halfway Dookie Butt of the Week.
Who's the Dookie Butt?
What's that?
Who's the full Dookie Butt?
Young Thug was my Dookie Butt with the previous drops until the Future and the Drake drop.
So them niggas are Dookie Butt.
Yeah, so they
okay.
Let's say that the outlets are the Dookie Butts. And I know, Tyler, I know you're not a PJ Masks fan, but for anyone whose kids was stuck on PJ Masks, that's the character Outlet from PJ Masks. So I like that for the Drake fans. Outlet. She be throwing her fucking wings at people and shit, John, who's your Dookie Butt of the week?
I was in the gym, man. Can I use this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I was in the gym.
Oh,
man.
yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We'll phrase it set differently, you know what I mean? But I was in the gym, and so look, I'm gonna say this first off. What you do with your body, none of my motherfucking business. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. That's your body. Do what you want to do. My thing is, if you get the motherfucking booty cheeks, nigga, you need the ass crack to match, nigga. That's all I'm saying, dog. The ass crack didn't even go halfway up the cheeks, nigga. I was like, damn, nigga, what the fuck? I had to hit the Googles. Do you have to buy the extra ass crack to meet the? And I found out you can't get extra ass crack, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the booty meat that fit your ass crack, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no surgical process to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So if you ain't got that extra long ass crack, you know what I mean? Don't get the XL booty meats.
Right. For a mid-sized scale up, you don't need to do the full thing. Yeah.
Your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I ain't nothing, and I'm not shitting on long crack motherfuckers either, man. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? hey,
Good clarification.
This reminds me of something. Tyler, remember that? I can't even probably say this. I'm gonna try, and then y'all can pull me back if I need to. At South by, remember that chick that had that? She was trying to get bit, you know what I'm saying, get down, and she had a long booty crack. You remember that? And she pulled up. She was trying to pull up, and I was trying to. She was cute. She had the hips and all that shit. If it was I just wasn't in the mood for a long booty crack that day. You know what I'm saying? If it was next Saturday, it might have happened. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. It was that Saturday, and it wasn't long booty crack day. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't hating, you feel me? But I just feel like, anyway, but I remember Tyler said something that was really funny about the long booty crack, motherfucker. But anyway, I just wanted you to remember that. Anyway, not mad at long booty cracks, you feel me? Not mad what you do with your body, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be confused if you got the booty meats that don't match the booty crack. You feel me? So
John Mary said, so interesting. What does that even look like? And Summer said, a wisdom tooth.
Summer seen it. Summer seen it. Summer seen it. And I went to Google to look, and I was like, I this don't make sense. I don't know. And Tyler was like, Tyler said, you got to go to Twitter for that. And somebody said, you know, if the booty crack don't match the booty meat, you feel me? Like the booty crack.
Telltale sign,
and I'm like, oh, because that's the first time I ever seen it. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck type of time this is crazy. So I guess, you know, it does happen. How unfortunate.
As CKP said, they put tractor tires on the Honda Civic, you know. Gotta have the wheel wells. Gotta measure the wheel wells first.
Well, if we had a Bob the Builder booty, nigga, that motherfucker look. Boop. What's that? Bob's Burgers. That's what that motherfucker look like. That motherfucker. I'm like, that booty. Nigga. Woo! Need 2 extra helmets of booty crack to make that make sense, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's not an add-on. That has to be part of the package.
God had to make it. That's crazy. Isn't it wild? You can do all this type of shit. You can go to Turkey, all type of shit. Get shit, you know what I'm saying? Go south the border, go crazy. But that booty crack cannot be touched, nigga. You can't
turn an 8-inch booty crack into an 11-inch booty crack.
The booty crack you born with is a booty crack you're gonna leave with. Can't be changed, nigga.
Jackson, sorry to segue to you, brother. What's your Dookie butt of the week?
My Dookie butt of the week, I hate to say it, is some anti-Virginia stuff. Sorry, Tyler.
Oh, no.
Is it white people? You don't give a fuck.
I mean, it is white people. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
A Virginia group, nonprofit, is targeting the Kamehameha schools in Hawaii, saying that the Kamehameha schools are a school founded by a large group of schools founded by the descendants of King Kamehameha in Hawaii, right? And they not only, because there are a couple exceptions in history, but really they only accept students who are of Native Hawaiian descent, just like you'd be a Native American, not people born in Hawaii. Like people get that confused about me. I'm not Native Hawaiian. I was just born.
Same thing with Shar's dad, right?
Exactly. Right. So these schools only accept Native Hawaiian people, and the idea behind it's a private trust that funds these schools. You know what I mean? Like it's not taking anybody's money. It's a private trust that is for the sort of cultural enrichment and education of Native Hawaiian people. And a nonprofit in Virginia is targeting them, basically saying that they are discriminating against non-Native Hawaiians by not allowing them to attend Kamehameha schools. And so I just want to say, fuck those people. Fuck anyone. Fuck people who are against this type of thing. I understand that, like, if you flipped it the other way and it was white people, it's
not the other way.
It's not the other way.
There's a reason why it's not the other way.
It's not the other way. It is privately funded by a trust founded by King Kamehameha's direct descendants on an island, or on a group of islands that were commandeered by America. And they don't even want to be part of America. And what the fuck does a Virginia nonprofit have to fucking do with Hawaii education other than trying to stir up trouble? So fuck them.
Nosy as fuck. Mind your Virginia ass business. Like, the fuck? Like, there's enough racism for you to do in this state. I promise you that. like the fuck?
I got a pretty big state.
Going to Hawaii? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, racism is what Virginia does, bro. Like, why are you going all the way across the continent and across the Pacific Ocean? It's racism right here, motherfucker, that y'all can lock in on and fight the cause for. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Fuck them, bro. Like, that's the same type of shit when white people are like, well, what about HBCUs? Well, you know, that's racist. Well, for one, HBCUs do not ban white people. Your scary white ass just doesn't want to be around black people. Like, let's start there. You know,
we got a white quarterback in Wilson committed to Prairie View A&M right now.
There's scholarships available if you wasn't pussy.
Yeah, you can
Tap in,
legitimately
fuck
get a
nigga.
minority scholarship as a white
Tap
person.
in, fuck nigga. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
But your scary ass won't
ass.
even walk down the same grocery store aisle if you see a black
Period,
person there.
nigga.
You know what I'm
Period.
saying? So,
Fuck you mean. Anyway.
yeah.
Anyways, fuck them. Mike,
All
before we
right.
get to the weapon stuff, can we do a Patreon call to action?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Love a Patreon
Yeah.
CTA with the boys, huh?
Yes.
Crack one open, right? Crack one open, fellas.
Yeah, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, drink some fucking beer to that, man.
Yeah, huh? You fucking pound some Patreon CTAs with the guys.
Nigga said, crack one open to that. Drink a cold one to that, brother.
Are you enjoying this episode of Jenkins and Jones with Dragonfly Jones, with Jethro Jenkins, and the others?
Relax.
There's an additional 2 of these episodes behind the paywall at patreon.com/Jenkins and Jones.
It's
You can
only
see
$10.
Tyler's face. You get access to 2 extra episodes a week, and we have 2 great episodes coming up this week. We got Summer on to explain the beef with my Angelo. We got the live streamed with the internet, with the modern internet, live stream with rapper Big Pooh. And you get access to the Discord, so you can see Tyler's face photoshopped very expertly into the AOL. AOL.
Shout out to DJ Infrared on that motherfucker. AOL shit.
Yes, God.
On that one. That's art right there, my nigga.
Had to respect that. You feel?
Yes,
Only $10 a month, 2 episodes a week, access to the Discord, the knowledge that Jenkins and Jones will, the government will allow us to continue to be friends if you sign.
We're gonna bring back Name That White. We're gonna do all sorts of stuff.
Oh fuck it.
Oh, we got a good Jackson's been cooking up a Name That White.
I'm stressed out because those are big names, right? Are there more big names?
More big names.
There are more famous. We have discovered more famous white people.
Really?
There's more of them.
Jesus. Can we do? Can it? Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
I like you. Can we get like a study guide or something, nigga? I don't know no more white people, dog. I'm all
People Magazine. People Magazine.
Hey,
People Magazine. That's the study guide.
I don't want to go over out here, nigga. I can't imagine another famous white person.
Just follow Pop on Twitter, bro. That's your study guide.
You said what? You said what?
Just follow Pop Crave on Twitter. That's your study guide right there.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay.
I'll throw you a couple softballs so that way you know.
All right.
No, you do that. You do my dog Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and he ain't know. I'm like, God damn, dog.
I mean, I knew who they were.
Like, that's niggas in the hood. Like, we wore t-shirts with them dudes, bro.
I was about to say it was the liquor store on Atlantic and PCH sells posters with.
we wore Al Pacino t-shirts back in the weird t-shirts.
And John, you're I know who they were, but that's the game. What's their name?
I mean, I just,
that's why it's Name That White, not Recall That White.
Yeah, I mean, I can recall a
couple that white. Right. John would be. I think
it was Recall That White. I might have got 30%.
John might have.
Like, nigga, like motherfucker. Paul Mooney has a hilarious joke about Robert De Niro. He says, if you see Robert De Niro with a white woman, he's holding her for the police. Like Robert De Niro,
I saw that. I
only date black woman.
Bro, I fuck with him.
Nigga, Bronx Tale was a true story, loosely based on his, his childhood when he was like dating a black girl and had all that.
Incredible movie. I just,
It's just not set up like that. I understand that.
Hey man, my life was my life growing. You know what I mean? What we watched. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we watched Al Pacino shit growing up, bro. We did.
You ain't never watched Scarface. You never watched.
I didn't watch Scarface till I was probably in my late 20s. I can't
see.
Huh?
Carlito's Way.
I didn't watch Carlito's Way till I was in my late 20s, bro. I went and watched these movies as an adult.
Yeah, because I was about to say,
as an adult,
John had a tough overlap with the religious household content issues. I feel like
we was watching Jason's Lyric in middle school. I was watching. Oh, you know what white nigga I didn't know? Jean-Claude Van Damme. I knew that nigga. Lionheart nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I watched that type of shit. Bloodsport. Nigga, we was on that shit. That's the only white man that stepped foot in the crib, though. Nigga, Al Pacino, nigga, that was cool. Nigga, I had to tap in. I had to do my research to find that nigga. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? You know what I mean? I could, I could. Hey, unfortunate. But yeah,
I have a story to tell about
Heat is a
Shar
great
here.
movie. Go
I
ahead,
have
go ahead.
a white woman face blindness story to tell about Shar here, but I'm going to tell it behind the paywall.
Wow. Okay.
So
And for real though,
I'll just say this: Vinny's on a new baseball team, so I'm getting a lot of leg hair tugs.
Hey, brother.
Which one's mom is she?
You know, for a long time, I was just calling every white man I met Matt. And I was right about half the time, nigga. Fuck you mean? More than you think.
What's funny is if you just said that to me, I just would have been like, oh, he assumed I was my brother. It happens all the time.
Nigga, I'm telling you, bro. I mean, it's just, yeah, it is what it is, dog.
So subscribe
right.
to the and all that to say.
Subscribe to the Patreon. $10.
Robert De Niro, real nigga. Al Pacino, real nigga, though. Big respect for me.
Yeah.
You never saw Casino as a kid? Like
I saw Casino on, I think I was in my 20s, and I saw it on USA.
Like, nigga, Nas made a Casino video. Street.
I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I thought it was a great video. I had no idea. I'm like, that video fire, nigga. I found that out after in my 20s when I watched Casino. Like, oh, that's what that was about. Nigga. Great video. Did you talk about? Yeah. I saw that. Was that 10 years before I saw Casino, nigga? And I've seen Casino like 20 times. I love Casino. One of my favorite movies. Still forgot the nigga name. It just is. It's not. Yeah, man.
Shout out to the homie Big Al. Shout out to Big Al. You know, crazy motherfucker, Al Pacino. Shout out to Bobby D.
Bobby D.
I'd never in my life.
Shameful, though. That's shameful, though.
I've never been more hurt by news about a celebrity than when I found out Robert De Niro was half French. I literally like, yeah, true.
On his mama's side or his dad's side?
Dad or mom's side. De
Oh,
Niro's
so
his last name.
so he is he culturally French, nigga?
He's culturally he's
Culturally, he's nigga.
I haven't seen him with any French women.
That nigga said, culturally. He gave me the. I'm trying to. He looked me in my eyes like, nigga.
Answer that yourself.
Yeah, right. Oh,
You know,
man.
it's just Bobby D. Bobby D is Bobby D. All right. Speaking of white people acting crazy, let's talk about weapons.
Boy, you really good at this shit, Mike. You really good at this, bro.
All four of us have now seen weapons. Gabriel asked when my cat is going to come out. The cat is not here at night. The cat will be here probably up patreon.com/Jenkins and Jones. The cat will be here for the afternoon pod on Tuesday. So, all right. All four of us have seen weapons. This is spoilers, like Tyler said. We won't do anything after this. So we'll, cut it off here if you haven't seen weapons yet. I would say this. What I love when I was a Jenkins and Jones listener, I love listening to y'all talk about shit I hadn't seen. So if you haven't seen weapons and you don't want to, enjoy the conversation. If you haven't seen weapons and you do want to, spoiler alert from this point forward. Fellas, I thought that was an excellent, excellent movie. I loved it. Zach Krieger is fucking insane. He also made Barbarian, which I felt very similar about to Weapons. But what was y'all? What I love is all four of us have very different feelings about horror movies. So why don't we start with Tyler? Because I know Tyler, you don't watch as many horror movies as we do. I think. What were your thoughts on Weapons as a movie?
I thought it was more eerie and creepy than scary. Mm-hmm. Like the shit with Gladys. She was, we could tell she was a witch who was dying and was trying to drain the life force out of people, right? Like that was the whole plot there. And like, the shit that she was like when she had Alex's parents, when she had, taken them over and was draining their life force, and they were sitting at the table and just poking their face and shit. Like,
that was the creepiest shit in the whole movie when they started stabbing
child,
themselves with the
yeah,
force.
crazy.
Yeah, that was really terrible. And it's like, they did a real good job with the writing of showing just how much she like drained like the fucking life out of them, because Alex and his pops had such a cool relationship right before that shit happened. Like he's gonna like the Lex Man or something. He had a cool little nickname for him and shit. And then he's just a fucking, catatonic fucking robot after she, comes over there and takes over the shit. And then, the whole part where she did the whole salt lines when she knew that shit was about to come down on her, and she knew that motherfucker was going to come in that crib, and she laid the shit out where, and she was like, don't walk across that salt line, because anyone who walked across the salt line, like, the motherfuckers are going to attack. And we saw, the teacher and the parent, Josh Brolin and Shorty, I don't know her name, but we saw them go in that motherfucker, and they had to fight off motherfuckers and shit. It was really, like I said, it was more eerie and creepy than scary. I didn't really have too many jump scare moments there for me, but I thought it was a really good movie. It was really intriguing. You were waiting for the big reveal, and I can say that the big reveal did not disappoint. I did think that, of course, with the social climate and shit, and you see a whole class of second graders disappearing, I thought there might have been some layered commentary on, like, gun violence or something like that, which wasn't necessarily there. There was that shot of, like, the time that they disappeared, like 217 or whatever, in the machine gun when that teacher had that dream sequence, which I don't know what that was necessarily about.
Yeah. It wasn't the teacher, it was the dad. It was
the dad had that dream.
Yeah. Tie that back in.
Yeah, the director said he just had a dream like that, where that was in his dream. He just wanted to put it in his movie. So that explains.
I think there's a lot in the movie about gun violence. I mean, I think I largely think it's about, hey, look at how crazy this would be, and the way it's introed with everyone pretends it didn't happen because they can't explain it. Like, I felt like at the beginning, that part of the narration, I felt like there was a lot in there about gun violence in schools. I did feel like that was, like, some of the subtext of it personally.
My mom felt the same way, but yeah,
Zach Krieger basically
that one part.
Zach Krieger basically did the thing, like, it's one of the funniest interviews that ever happened when someone suggested to Chris Martin of Coldplay that their song, I think the title of the song was Death in Latin. He's like, is this song secretly about death? And Chris Martin basically called him a pussy for, like, it's just a song. Like, you don't have to try and read too much into it. I was like, why are you mad someone's suggesting there was a deeper meaning to your shitty song? Zach Krieger basically did that. He's like, it's just a movie. You can read anything into it you want to, read into it. But I definitely felt like that was, in there to me.
It felt like there should be a subplot to it, but it didn't. There was no tie-in the end to me. You know what I mean? Like, the gun felt like foreshadowing for something, but then they didn't tie that in the end. It seemed like it felt random. That's why we all were kind of confused by it. But I thought it was a great movie. I think good horror films are the best films because you feel so many emotions. As a parent watching that shit had me fucked up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, you feel me? I felt like it was, like Tyler said, it was more, I wasn't really like jumping out. I was more like, oh, hell no. Like, it was one of them movies, you know what I'm saying? Like, when old girl came out, because when old girl fell asleep outside of the house,
yeah,
and the mom came out, got in the whip, and I nigga, audibly, nigga, it might as well have been 95. Oh, hell no. Like, and then she just snipped the hair and go out. I'm like, but so that shit to me, like, if she would have gotten that motherfucking and tried to hurt her, that would have been less creepy than her just clipping the hair and getting out.
Oh, so
like that shit creeped me the fuck out. And it was one of the
few was walking in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So what really bothered me is how people were looking that weird old motherfucker in the face like shit was normal. I'm like, this the only kid left. They got, you know what I'm saying? Like, they did tie it in really good, showing how she kind of cleaned it up a little bit, at least the house up, when the people came and checked on her. But nobody came and checked on dudes since. Newspaper everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? There was some weird parts. She looked just as crazy as she was. She wasn't hiding the crazy. It was right in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Why ain't nobody tapping in with her goofy ass? But yeah, G, it was wild. It was wild. Also, the sound design was like the way they used the music in order to fucking nigga. And even like with the they had to add that sound in for the cheek, the fork hitting the cheek.
That was horrible.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's what it sounds like, but that shit tweaked me the fuck out when I heard it. You know what I mean? It wasn't really the sight; it was the sound of anyway. But yeah, it was a great film. I see why was it Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele, yeah.
I see why Jordan Peele booted everybody. That was a Jordan Peele ass movie. This is the most Jordan Peele movie I've never seen. You know what I'm saying? I've ever seen. Like, that shit was made for him to make. This is a great movie. I'm not taking anything from Zach Kreger, right? That's the name.
Yeah, a little bit on.
Yeah. Taking anything from him, but Jordan, like that's every Jordan Peele movie we've seen is like, you know what I mean? I see why he would be pissed. He didn't get a, you know what I'm saying, give it a try. You feel me? So
I want to just mention that about horror movies because I totally agree with what you said. And I think to me, you know, my family likes comic book movies. We like comic book movies, but like if you like original movies that are not IP based, it's really only horror movies at this point. Like everything dramatic is based on a book or something else. It's really, you know, if I look at a list over the last couple of years of all my favorite original movies made from original scripts, is basically all horror movies. Mm-hmm. But I've seen so many horror movies that most movies I like now are like reminiscent of, it's like, oh, this is like an 80s slasher, or, oh, this is like a fun 90s teen horror movie or something. And what's fun to me about the horror genre right now is with Jordan Peele, with Zach Kreger, you know, obviously with Kugler too. I mean, I know he's not going to stay in the genre. You just have this stuff that's new, like that. Like that movie's Krieger style. Yes, that movie's Krieger style. Barbarian's the same type of movie. There's also long shots where you see something creepy as fuck happening the whole way, and yet it's hilarious as fuck in parts of it too. Like it. So I just really appreciate that there's new, interesting, fun things happening in the genre, because if I was like a fan of comedies, I mean, I love seeing movie comedies, but it's just been dry as fuck. It's been like 2 good, comedies in the theaters this decade, So I just feel very fortunate as a horror fan that for whatever reason, that's the genre that people are still going to go see in the movies. DJ Infrared says he wants horror back in the Oscars. Yeah, like, honestly, at this point, horror almost should have its own award at the Oscars, because it really is the only thing going at the theaters. You know what I mean? Like what else are people going to go see? It's comic book movies, IP shit, and horror movies. That's it.
I feel like horror movies have, like, even for a long time, felt new. You know what I mean? I remember, I think me and Jackson were talking about Shaun of the Dead a while ago. Like nobody's done a horror movie like Shaun of the Dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a zombie film, you know what I mean? But like, that felt like something very new. You know what I'm saying? Zombieland felt very, you know what I'm saying, like a very new type of horror movie when I first watched it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Is that the same white dude, Edgar Wright?
It's not.
Oh yeah, but so it feels like, I don't know, nigga, but
it feels similar. But I get the
you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, that felt like a different type of horror movie at that time period.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel like horror movies in decades prior. So and then now what we're seeing with Zach Kreger, Jordan Peele, like you're saying, now this brand of horror movie is very different. So it's the one, like you said, it's the one genre that's growing.
Yeah.
So
I guess personally, I don't differentiate. You guys are talking about creepy versus scary.
Robert Eggers, was the other one I was trying to think of on the director. Did Nosferatu and The Witch, and is everything he makes is similarly like, yeah. Usually, John, you'd love The Witch, I think.
Who what's his name?
Robert Eggers.
I might have. Did I see The Witch?
The Witch was like set in like colonial New England time, and it's like this family that is like that thinks they're being haunted by a witch. But the scariest shit about the movie is they'll just do a wide shot of what it looked like on a farm in the middle of this forest in Massachusetts. It's one of the scariest images I've seen in a movie. You're like, these people were all alone with a no disrespect to to Christians or whatever, but with what in that family was a crazy religion. That's all. They were just trapped in the forest with this belief system, and there's no one coming to help.
But what's crazy is you see them in the forest. You see that one shot.
Yeah.
And all that land, like, if the scariest people are people, like the scariest things are people. Like, like when I look at those shots when I was younger, I would think of like all the other things that would scare the shit out of me if it was just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that's really scary is motherfucking humans. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
For sure. Jackson, any other thoughts on Weapons?
It was scary. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't differ.
You thought it was boo
I'm not really a
scary?
scary movie.
Jackson
guy.
was scared as fuck. Remember, he texted
I
us.
also just
Yeah, he
don't
was like, yo, I made it
differentiate.
to
I
my
don't
car.
think between
Made it
creepy and
home.
scary, like you guys are differentiating between them. I just don't. I don't.
So that scene when Gladys was in the woods, like waving at that cop, that made you jump. It didn't just creep you out because I think that's
No,
like,
it didn't. That was. I also didn't. That was a scene that's another scene that I was like, I don't understand how this ties in. Why is she in the forest? That was kind of weird. I thought that was kind of unexplained.
But I think she a witch, nigga.
Yeah, I suppose that's the answer. I
Doing
suppose
witch shit. You know.
but
what I mean?
no, that didn't like that. Also, there were jump scares in that movie that were fucking jump scary as fuck.
What? Like what?
Both of them, the teacher and the dad, both had the very
nightmares.
End of
The nightmares. They were. Yeah.
Oh, when she was at
had
the ceiling.
insane jump scares.
That wasn't a jump scare. I don't know. That's
what are you talking about?
I didn't
Everyone
jump
in the
one fucking
theater
time,
was
bro. And I'm
jumping,
not on
bro.
no motherfucking nigga. I'm pussy. I got 2 kids. I'll be crying every
Okay,
fucking
I don't know
day.
what to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't jump and
watched
shit.
horror movies, and she was like, these are scary jump scares.
I was more creeped out than scared watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just don't really care.
I got the willies, nigga.
I just don't really care. I don't like. I just can't parse the difference in my.
Yeah,
brain.
yeah, for sure.
It was scary to me.
I put this up in the Discord, but the scariest part of it to me was
What the fuck is that here?
when I walked into the theater, there was one other person in the theater.
Oh, fuck with that Harris. Oh yeah.
Which I did not. I saw it at noon on a Wednesday. I walked in there. It was one other person in the theater, and I'm just looking at him like.
I was like, "What she look like?" My Jackson was like, "She got red hair." I was like, "Hey, brother." I'm about to have it. And what was crazy? I only imagined her in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me she was behind you afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I would have actually been freaked out a little bit.
Well, it was cool. Like 10 other people walked in right before it started.
It was spooky.
Yeah.
Like spooky affects me way more than scary. I'll walk out of scary and be laughing.
What's a scary movie to you? I guess
a scary.
I don't understand
movie.
what you're saying.
Scary fucking movie.
I want to hear this from Tyler too. Spooky versus scary movie.
What's an example of a scary movie?
They like had me like jumping, like gripping shit.
See, I don't watch a lot of horror, but let me think.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Hey, what's that one when
most people say The Ring or whatever, but
The Ring. Oh, The Ring was that fucked me up, nigga.
The Ring fucked me up good.
That fucked me up. This had a little bit of that though, where the spookiness. When I went to the bathroom afterwards, that bathroom had a little energy to it. I went to the motherfucking I walked in that bitch like I don't trust none of these niggas. In this
I was walking in my car.
I kind of had my head on the swivel a little bit.
Already a scary parking lot, and I was like, "Let me get into
the bathroom was long as hell too, and had 2 exits, which felt weird. I'm like, why is there this? Okay, that's kind of crazy.
You see Century City?
I saw it. I saw it. Not. I don't know. I saw it at Culver City.
Okay.
Culver City. And so yeah, but and also I don't know. It kind of felt like the hallway in what's that one movie that everybody?
The Shining.
The Shining. It felt like the hallway in The Shining. Like I'm like, all right, bitch. Let me get back.
Jack
to my
Nicholson.
Wife. Yeah, I know what that white man looked like.
Jack Nicholson.
You know what he looks like.
I wouldn't have known.
I'm just trying to help you, bro. I'm trying to help you.
This is the study
and I know he's a Lakers fan.
I
know all that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know my man's name like that.
Tyler, what's spooky versus scary as a movie for you? I know you don't watch a lot of horror movies.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, bro. Like, if y'all name some movies,
didn't you say The Ring scared you?
The Ring scared me, but I was like I was a teenager when that shit dropped, like 25 years ago. But yeah, The Ring for sure scared me. I remember the Blair Witch Project, like just the whole build up, just to that one scene where you see the witch like run out at the end, like that scared the fuck out of me. Yeah, and it felt like that was the only scary part in that movie. And it felt
that was a fun movie to see as a teenager. I feel like we all sprinted out of the movie theater when that shit was over. Like, oh, that was so crazy. Let's get back to the light though, for real. Like,
Exorcism of Emily Rose fucked me up, G.
Mm-hmm. I don't want. Yeah,
Emily Rose fucked me up. That shit tweaked me out. What's the? It was
this
one
kind of
that
the point
dropped
that I'm
like
making.
late.
Is that like most horror movies are like creepy first, and then there's some scary quote unquote moments. But the whole thing, I just lump under.
I have a friend who says horror movies are like weed. Like when we were growing up, there was like a culture around mid that was like it's a relaxing thing to do. and that now like weed and horror movies both are much more psychologically affecting than they used to be. You know, he's like, I saw Hereditary. He's like, there was nothing that
Hereditary.
came out
That's
like
the movie I was
Hereditary.
thinking about. That's the movie I was
And
thinking about.
Babadook too. Like my friend saw Babadook. We both had kids around the same time. He was like, "Do not go see that fucking movie." He's like, "That's just gonna fuck up your children's entire childhood for you. Don't go see that fucking movie."
Babadook was wild. Hereditary fucked me up. That one was had a lot of. It was scary and it was spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, DJ Infrared just mentioned Exorcist. Like and I know I've heard that Exorcist was a lot scarier for religious people. I remember watching The Exorcist when I was 13. We thought that shit was a comedy, bro. Like we were like we had 5 friends over watching that movie. We were laughing the whole time. Like this little chick is tweaking.
That's what a lot of these Freddy them shits.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, running in the woods, tripping and falling with their titties out, nigga. Pause that and be right back, brother. When I was a shorty, fuck you mean, nigga. That shit was. I didn't give a fuck about what Freddie was talking about, nigga. Fuck
all right.
you.
That's all the time we got for Sunday night. Like I said, we'll be back on Tuesday for Summer Yaps with Summer. Very excited for that episode. Long awaited by the Discord and the rest of the Jenkins and Jones fandom and community. And then Thursday night with Big Pooh. Very excited.
Are we Thursday night is NFL night? Are we sure we want to do that? And it's
I think we'll do after probably. We already said 8. We might as well just like 8:30 is like right after the end of the game. The game will end right. You know what I mean? Like you do make a good point, but I think we're already planning on starting late enough that it will just push.
What's the game on Thursday too?
Commanders Packers. And I know Pooh a Commanders fan too. So you know.
Oh, okay.
It's big VA right there, baby.
Can we move it?
Why?
I got a flight.
I thought you said you were flying back Thursday.
Yeah, but it's late now. The meeting is until 4, so I got to fly back.
He might not be able to move it is the issue, but we can try.
Oh yeah, because Friday he has some Friday.
He was basically like, I could do maybe do Wednesday, maybe do Friday, but I could definitely do Thursday. So that's what we were like. Okay.
Maybe I can sign on late. You know what I mean? Like just
what time do you land?
Okay,
we'll figure it out after.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out off the air. Thanks for listening. Happy Sunday night. We'll see you.
On this motherfucking
we'll see. Hope everyone has a good start to their week. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Bye.
I forgot about it.